Do you have a PSVR2 and a gaming PC but you don't know how to get them both to run together? Well, that's because you're missing one key component. And no, I'm not talking about Sony's adapter. This thing sucks. In comparison to this. Meet the Globular Cluster PSVR AP2 adapter, the perfect PC adapter for your PSVR2. Unlike Sony's adapter, this one comes with a DisplayPort cable. Shocker, right? B. It functions exactly as the Sony adapter, while being much smaller in size. And C. It does the job better. It offers an additional layer of security to your PSVR2 cable, that of course Sony's adapter doesn't. And did I mention it's actually $20 cheaper? So what are you waiting for? Hurry up and click the link in the description below and get yourself the best PSVR2 PC adapter for a cheaper price. Thanks again to our sponsor. New games, a huge showcase / state of play awaits us, another interesting sale, and more. We have so much to talk about today, but before that, please make sure you subscribe to Nothing But Gaming. Make sure to turn on notifications and smash that like button. Your support helps the channel more than you know, and is very much appreciated. Alright, now that you're subscribed, let's talk PSVR2.
Launch sequence initiated. 10, 9, 8, 7.
The Red Planet is vast, desolate, and utterly indifferent to your survival. Surviving Mars Pioneer is the first made for VR entry in the Surviving Mars universe, challenging you to carve out an existence in one of the most hostile environments imaginable. PSVR2 colonists, your mission begins September 12th. The game will feature headset feedback, SenseController haptic feedback. It will leverage eye-tracked foveated rendering to deliver a silky smooth 90 frames per second, and it will include multiple PSVR2 enhancements. It will be priced at $24.99 USD. So all that is left to say now is, Mars is ready, but are you? Step into the Odania Sports Arena, where sci-fi sports and VR come together for a high-energy, immersive experience. With intuitive motion controls, every punch, swing, and throw in this futuristic arena feels like the real deal. Whether you're boxing in zero gravity, swinging a club in space golf, or trying your hand at spaceball, each mode brings its own exciting challenge. Of course, this is how the developer is describing their game, but honestly, my excitement level for this is at 0%, perhaps even lower. But hey, I understand that some people are into this stuff. I'm not gonna judge. My job is to report on the news and keep you guys updated. So, developed and published by Odania, Odania Sports Arena releases on PSVR2 next Friday, September 12th, meaning on the same day as Surviving Mars Pioneer. And even though I'm personally not sold on Surviving Mars Pioneer, yeah, I think it's not difficult to determine what would be the better choice for your wallets. Lumines Arise is the next major project from developer Enhanced Games. It is coming out on November 11th. And it is priced at $39.99 USD, with a 10% discount for PS Plus subscribers. Recently, the founder and CEO of Enhanced Games, Mr. Tetsuya Mitsuguchi, hopefully I said that correctly, sat for an interview with Upload VR, and here is what he had to say about Lumines Arise. Quote unquote, it was the same with Res. We wanted to revisit Res and bring it to a whole new level. How can we bring a new experience for you to feel and live through? For us, experience is king, and synesthesia is queen. But above all of that is a word we use in Japanese called Kando. It means emotions, or how you share emotionally moving experiences, and that lives at the top of what we do. It's a portal. Our hope is that when you play or experience our games, you discover your own emotions and experiences, whether it's through rhythms or vibrations, or you have this euphoric sort of moment. Our hope is that it's not just about how much fun you have, but that there is so much more meaning to it. So there you have it, guys. Lumines Arise, November 11th. The developer is promising a deeply emotional experience, and we're all for that. Evil Inside VR is not just a simple adaptation to virtual reality, it's a complete reimagining of the original story, rebuilt to deliver a new, deeper, and more terrifying psychological horror experience. With significant changes in gameplay, lighting, sound, and puzzle design, this version completely transforms the way you experience Mark's nightmare. Now, Evil Inside is not a new game by any means. I mean, it was released in March 2021, so it's pretty old at this point. However, this is the game's first time in the virtual reality realm, and the developer is promising a lot of changes to the original game, which didn't review well when it launched. For me personally, I never played the flat game, so I have no expectations, but I gotta say, I'm really liking this trailer. It's given me PT flashbacks, and I think if done right, this could be a winner on PSVR2. Either way, the game launches next year, so I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. Hotfixes and updates for No Man's Sky is something that basically happens every day at this point. But the latest hotfix does mention some specific VR fixes that I thought you guys should know about. Quote unquote, improved spacewalking in VR, fixed a large number of control issues in VR, fixed a number of issues with markers and labels while spacewalking in VR, and finally fixed a number of issues with Corvette cockpits in VR. So shout out to Hello Games and to Martin specifically, who keeps improving the game for us, VR nerds. About 2 weeks ago, I told you guys that according to Jeff Grubb, who never misses when it comes to leaking PlayStation events, Sony is planning an event in late September. And this week, I have yet another leak from another super reliable insider, who pretty much has a perfect track record, Tom Henderson, that confirms what Jeff Grubb was saying. According to sources who wish to remain anonymous as I couldn't talk about company plans, PlayStation is currently planning its next State of Play event towards the end of September. That's not all. Tom also stated that Marvel's Wolverine should be making an appearance for the first time since 2021 during the State of Play. And there are other rumblings about how the State of Play is going to feel like a proper showcase, like it's going to have a strong first-party presence. Of course, all we care about is PSVR2, and ever since PSVR2 launched, Sony always made sure to have something for us PSVR2 players during these State of Plays, so definitely this one will not be different. We can certainly expect new PSVR2 reveals and announcements during this upcoming State of Play. And I'm gonna go one step further and say this is when we'll finally get a release date for Aces of Thunder. But you guys let me know in the comments below what you hope to see in this upcoming State of Play. And speaking of State of Plays, did you guys watch the 007 State of Play? That was awesome. Seriously, the game has strong Uncharted vibes. It looks so good, and I simply can't wait for the PSVR2 version. As you guys know, the game is developed and published by IO Interactive. We, the PSVR community, have a strong history with this developer. They recently gave us the fabulous Hitman trilogy, so I'm going to assume that at some point they will give us a PSVR2 version of 007 First Light. And when that happens, it will be a day to remember, because mark my word, 007 First Light is a Game of the Year contender, and it has the potential to become the best PSVR2 game ever.
Interrupting anything?
You're not Damien Mead.
Bond. James Bond.
Before closing this video, I want to inform my American friends that you can now visit wood.com and get a physical copy of Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2 for just $9.99, which is obviously a steal. And also secure a physical copy of Skydance's Behemoth, one of the best PSVR2 games, for just $24.99, another awesome deal. Stock is most certainly limited, so don't waste too much time. And that's all I have for you today, guys. Thank you for watching, and for more PSVR2 news, reviews, and discussions, make sure you stick with MPG.